In this video I'm going to be talking about the feedback module, which, as the name suggests, creates a video feedback loop. So I've loaded a video into my player here. This is just something I created using Kyber AI. And first off, we've got this feedback dial. So when it's set in the middle like this, it's not doing anything. But as you start to move it, we start to see feedback being introduced. And when you're moving it to the left, the feedback is going away from our perspective. Whereas when you move it to the right, the feedback is coming towards the camera. So you can see here that feedback is coming towards us, and if I move it to the left, it's moving away from us. And then the further along it is, the more intense the feedback is. And then when it's right in the middle, you can just double click it to go back to the default. There's no feedback. Underneath that, we've got this trails setting. I'm not entirely sure what this does. I think it must add some sort of trail effect, because even when the feedback is set to 0, you can still see it's doing something. So when you add that in with the feedback, it kind of makes the overall effect much more intense. And then over here we can control the direction of the feedback. Full means it's coming from the middle of the screen and taking up the whole screen. If you go top, you can see the feedback then is kind of coming from the top of the screen down towards us. And again, if I move this to the left hand side, it's coming from the top going away from us. Bottom, it's going to come from the bottom to the top. Left, it's going left to right, and then right, it's going right to left. And then at the bottom, you have got this beat control. So what that'll do is change this direction randomly in time with your master beat control over here. So at the moment, every half note, it's going to select a random direction. And you've also got sound reactivity. So I can also have it change in response to the lower or higher frequencies, depending on which option I choose here. So you can add some nice motion, some kind of sporadic motion to the feedback using that. And both these trails and feedback dials also have beat controls and sound reactivity. So if I unmute the audio, we can see what that looks like with the audio. And finally, as per usual, we've got our transparency controls in the bottom left corner here. So this setting controls the overall transparency of the effect. So as I turn it up, it's going to become more transparent. And then here we have got a bunch of blend modes that we can use if you want to blend the effect with the original video.